Hello, thanks for being there. Melly here. Uh, Here's some more baby names. Mary for a girl, Merry, instead of the traditional Mary with an A. And then also in the earlier video I said Brighton for a boy. And then you can call him Bright for short. And another neat thing with those two names, if you name them Merry and Bright, but the only thing is, the cool thing would be so they could the names year round would make year round kind of sense. Don't have them be born around Christmas time with names like Merry and Bright, so they can it makes sense all throughout the year. So, and like that would work for fraternal twins or just a girl and a boy. Merry for the girl, and Brighton, and then Bright for short for the boy, and then have him be born sometime other than Christmas so they can, um, you, it would make more sense year round to be called Merry and Bright. And then if they don't want to have the obvious sounding Merry and Bright for the Christmas saying, um, having to explain that all the time, just keep it Brighton and Merry, so they'd have to think about for a long time, maybe, unless they're quick to think of it. Merry and Bright. They could give Brighton a nickname. See, my computer shakes because it's on a tray, and the tray slides easily on us. I have a slippery floor. I can't walk, so I sit in front of this tray with a laptop on top of the tray, and it slides around and the screen wobbles sometimes because of the movement. Anyway, some more baby names, and I say them as I think about them, and I don't write them down. I had them written down in the past, but I no longer have them written. Well, they're written down somewhere, but I can't find that list. And I used to have them on it when I was. I've already explained that in the first installment, so just look back at that so I don't have to repeat all the time about these baby names. There's a reason why I have these to share too, that I put in the first one. So to have this one make more sense, go ahead and look at the first one if you're really wanting to know, okay? And okay, we've got Mary, we've got Brighton, and Bright for short, and then another one for a little boy, Stetson, like the hat. If you like cowboy names, Stetson would be a cute one for a little boy. And let's see, Kel for a little boy, Kel. That's cute. And let's see, Amber if you've got orange-haired child. That's cute for a little girl. And again, I have lots of them, but some they don't come to my mind very quickly unless I'm looking at a list I've compiled by writing it down, but I don't have that list with me, so let's see. It's another cute name for a boy or a girl. I like Shannon. for a little girl. And I like Cameron, but not for a girl. I know nowadays it's girl or boy, but I like it for a boy mostly. When I was growing up, Cameron was for boys. I never heard of a girl being named Cameron, and I like it better with for a boy. But I guess nowadays you could give it to a girl and it'd be alright, because everybody's used to that. But my Cameron would go, I know, for a little boy. And then these are some just because I like some TV characters. Chip is usually a nickname for somebody, but I wasn't old enough to really see that. Well, maybe I was for some of the television run because it ran for so long, because I was alive in the 1970s, and I think it made it into the 70s quite a ways. But Chip was my favorite character on My Three Sons, and I'd like that for a first name for a little boy just because of the character. And the same with Wally. I knew a nice Wally in high school, but also I liked Wally Cleaver from Leave It to Beaver. And again, I was too young to see that when it was actually on the air, but thankfully they have classic TV stations all over the place, or you can find shows on YouTube that show some episodes. So I got exposed to classic television that way. So I'm very those ways. So I'm very thankful. And although I didn't pick any names for, since we're on the subject, I want to rabbit trail a bit and see another classic TV show that I wasn't alive for when it was on, unless it made it into the 70s. I don't know if it, I can't remember if it did or not. But the Ozzie and Harriet show's another good classic television show. And the Doris Day show, it's another good one. Found that on YouTube also, and I found Ozzie and Harriet on YouTube, and I've seen My Three Sons on television and YouTube, and Leave It to Beaver on television, classic channels, and YouTube. So you can find some really good classic TV shows, either on classic television shows or channels, I mean, or on YouTube or platforms like YouTube. So if you look, you'll find it. And I probably will talk about more classic television shows in another video, but for now I'll stop there. But since I brought up the names I like for little boys because of Wally, my favorite character, and Chip, my favorite character, I rabbit trailed a little bit into classic television favorites, but I've got a lot more to say about classic television shows that I like. Well, I'll save that for other videos. What classic television shows? Well, let's save that for the question area when I do another video that talks more about classic television shows, okay? Because there's not much of that mentioned in this one. But later we will, okay? Let's see. I like, and feel free, I'm sharing these in case you need a really cool or cute or sweet baby name for your little one. and preferably it's man, you know, I wanted. Well, I explained in the first video who it's preferably for, but every baby needs a cute or cool name, so, and I can't control who sees this, so, but again, refer to the first video to explain more things of why I'm sharing these baby names, so I don't have to repeat myself. It's the starter one that says I ran out of time to use these, so I'm sharing or something like that. That'll explain all the stuff I say. Refer to the first one in the installment or the series of videos about baby names to so I don't have to repeat it in subsequent videos. And if you wonder why my voice is the way it is, and my speech is the way it is, and my look is the way it is, and why I can't walk, that's also in a first video. But my very first video, my reintroduction of myself on YouTube, because I used to do vlogs, and now I came back 3 years later to just do videos, and very simplistic videos at that. But that's my very first video will explain all that stuff. Why my voice sounds the way it does, why my face looks the way it does, why my hair looks the way it's growing. I don't want to re-explain everything and keep the viewers, add to the length of the video when there's videos that explain old topics. So that's why I hesitate to re-explain every subject that might come up that's already mentioned in a prior video. Because I tend to rabbit trail and make my videos longish anyway. I can't help it, so I don't want to make them even longer by re-explaining something that's already mentioned in another video. I'll direct you to the videos where that is brought up if I can remember. If I rabbit trail into something and don't want to re-explain something that's already been explained. Okay, let's do some more baby names. If I can think of them on the fly. And sometimes I have to say the alphabet to get me started, so let me start saying the alphabet to get some other names to come to mind and heart. A, B, C, D, E, F, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, T, V, W, X, Z. Going through the whole alphabet and nothing came to mind. This is turning into a dud of a video, but at least it's not much dead air. It's not a lot of baby names in this one, but there's enough rabbit trailing to not leave dead air. let me go backwards. I have a teacher from grade school. I don't want to say her name, but Mrs. I don't like Ms. And she wasn't a Miss, but I was trying to figure out how to say Mrs. Because she was married. And I know it wasn't Ms. And I hate Ms. for a single lady because there's different connotations to Miss versus Ms. Oh, I don't want to get into the differences. But I prefer Miss for a single lady, even though it might be an older lady. But that's neither here nor there for Mrs. F, because she was married, so she was a Mrs. She taught in a grade school that I went to, but she wasn't my homeroom teacher. And where I went, they didn't have rooms per se. They had partition panels that were on wheels that you could make a frame around a classroom, but they weren't walls per se. They were panels on fabric covered panels on wheels that were, of course, movable since they were on wheels. And you'd enclose the students and the teacher within those moving panels and make a classroom out of those. And sometimes they have the students go to other teachers just to get a different perspective and a different teacher every once in a while. Well, this is one of those days I'm talking about. She taught us in the 4th grade, I think it was, to 3rd or 4th grade, to say the alphabet backwards. Once we, of course, knew our alphabet frontwards in the kindergarten through 1st grade. Once we had that down, they were safe enough to tell us a fun thing that we could learn. Once we had the first way to say the alphabet down, we could go ahead and learn it in reverse. And that's what Mrs. F taught us. So, since I said the alphabet frontways, I can say it in reverse thanks to Miss F and what she taught us that day for fun. And she also told us that we all knew that she was really liked Henry Winkler as the Fonz, and she told us about her experience going to see a live taping of Happy Days or either a live taping of Happy Days or she went to an event where Henry Winkler was and he was dressed up like the Fonz and meted and greeted people. I don't remember which one, but it was when I was in grade school, and I'm getting up there in age, and I don't even know if Mrs. F is still alive, but Henry Winkler is, so I'm hoping and assuming that Mrs. F still is as well. I hope so. But anyway, if I can, there's part of going in reverse that I fumble over a little bit. Sometimes I might do that again this time. But just for fun, I'd like to say it for you guys in case you want to learn something new and didn't really know how to say it in reverse. It doesn't take much to learn. I learned it quite quickly. So I have to say it in a certain pace or I might get messed up in a certain part. And if I get messed up, I'll tell you in a future video how to do it. But since I said it front ways, I thought it'd be cool to right now to say it in reverse for you in case you're interested. CYXWVUTSRQPONNMLKJHIGFEDCBA. Yay, I didn't stumble over it. Let me say it one more time because just because. ZYXWDTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA. And if I go slower, then that's when I might mess up. So that's why I keep speeding up, because it helps me get through to the end. Let's see if I go backwards slower, if I mess up or not. But you can hear it better if I go slower, but I also might mess up by going slower, because she taught us to go really fast. ZYXWBUTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA. There we go. Okay, let's do a few more baby names. Oh, and then I have a plea to the people that make variety packs of treats and sweets and the like, or any variety pack out there. But I'll think of a couple more baby names if I can. If I can't, then I'll just go right into the plea to the variety pack manufacturers of any food product out there. Let's see. Does anything jump at me today? Besides what I've already mentioned about baby names. And there will be another installment, because I do have a lot of names, even if when I turn on the camera I can't think of my own favorite names. Who'd have thunk it? Oh, here's one. Ceci. This is CEECEE. Ceci. Wait. Is that Ceci? How did I spell Ceci? Yeah. Ceci. C-E. I guess C-E-S-C. I don't know. Spell it how you want to. I just like the sound of it. So if you like the sound of it, spell it how you like it. Or if I can think of how I spelled it, I'll tell you again the name in another video. Or put it down in the... Ceci. How did I spell Ceci? Oh well. I just go by my pronunciation and then spell it how you like. My pronunciation is Ceci, and I probably won't go back to tell you what my spelling would be, because you can turn it into your own spelling if you like the sound of the name. But Ceci, I don't know why I can't think of the way I would like to spell it. I could tell you if I had my written down on a piece of paper names list, but I don't have that handy, so I've forgotten even how I would spell it. And then another one is Maisie Grace. I want these two to go together because it's almost like Amazing Grace, like a built-in testimony kind of thing. It leads itself to talk about Jesus and stuff. So to others, but anyway, Maisie, M-A-Z-I-E, and then Grace. From the whole name is Maisie Grace all together. Not it's the middle part, but say them together when you bring up the name. Maisie, they go together when you say it. Maisie Grace and whatever their last name would be. Okay, there's two more there, and I wanna say a couple more little boy names if I can think of them fast enough. And I'm not able to think of them fast enough, so I'm going to go right into the plea to the variety pack manufacturers for food items. Dear variety pack manufacturers for food items, would you please, 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 if you're going to have a variety pack of any food item, could you also consider doing, in addition to the variety packs, please do single packs of the individual flavors, like say Airheads, for an example, the candy. I love watermelon, so I would love a full box of watermelon Airheads. And I also like grape, so I'd also probably get a full box of grape. I can take or leave the other flavors, but watermelon and grape are my favorite there, so I would love, love, love to have a full box of watermelon to choose from and a full box of grape. And just think about it. If you cater to people's, like do a full box of one flavor, plus having a variety pack, you'd hit the people that enjoy variety packs. And you'd get the business of people that would rather have one flavor in a box. Like you have a 50 box of variety flavors. Why not have a 50 box of just watermelon or just grape, or if other people like other flavors, 50 bucks of those other flavors you have. Same thing with what's another one? Yeah, or Lifesaver gummies. Same thing, I like the apple, and I like the watermelon, and so I'd love a full bag of just watermelon, and then a full bag of its own of apple. And I'd love it if you'd make a peach one, or a coconut one, a full bag of those two flavors. Or if other people like other flavors, do those flavors for them to choose. You get twice the money from people that like a variety pack that have all of them in there to taste. But then you'd have ones who really prefer to have one after the other, after the other, after the other of just one flavor, or get multiple bags of one flavor that they enjoy. Like for me, I would get watermelon in one bag. I would get peach in one bag. I would get coconut in one bag. I would get apple in one bag. So please start making one bag of one flavor. The whole bag or the whole box being one flavor. In addition to the variety packs, because there's people out there that do enjoy the variety packs. But you get more business, more customers, more money if you do individual packs too. You're already making the flavors, and you have the equipment, and you have the packaging, and you have the artists to do the box designs and stuff. Why not give it a whirl? It can't hurt, and it might surprise you how much more money you'd make if you do individual favorite flavors of people. I'm just saying, anybody that does a variety pack, do the single flavors too in a bag or a box, just like you do the variety packs, or the variety boxes, or the variety bags. Just a thought. Okay, that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. You don't have to, but it sure helps me out on the YouTube side of things. It's what YouTube looks for. And I'd like to try to be successful on YouTube if I can. And I can't be successful without your help of liking, subscribing, and sharing, and commenting if you want to. You don't have to, but I hope there's a lot more out there that want to help than don't. But you're all welcome. But I just hope you find it in your heart and your kindness level to help me out or anybody else out that you like to watch that needs help to be successful on the YouTube platform. That's what the YouTube higher ups look for. And it's free. So if you could please help out by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. But you don't have to again. I'm just asking. Doesn't hurt to ask. And it would help if you do some or all of that for us. Meaning anybody that you enjoy watching or listening to on YouTube would surely appreciate it. I know I would. Have a great day. I'm always looking for the button to turn off the camera at the end of these things. And again, if you wonder well, I don't want to keep bringing it up, so it can be found to what's going on in with what you see in here. If you'll look at the first video, it will clear things up for you about. Well, just listen to that one. I don't want to keep repeating after every video that I do, so I want to shut off.